Hey, George Bentley here. Curious George. Me as the founder of Bentley Wellness Technologies, and I'm a believer that we can all live to be 95, 100 years old. The only question is how healthy and vibrant are we going to be when we get there. The technologies exist now to help us accomplish this objective. The sub question to that comment is how much healthcare are we going to consume in the process of living these longer years? So I've had something that's been pretty heavy on my mind, and I want to ask you for your opinion. And I'm asking you right now, when you're done watching this, just comment for me, please. Do you agree with what I'm saying here today, or do you disagree? And if you're willing to go to the next step, you don't have to, but if you want to go to the next step, I'd love to hear why. I'd love to hear why you agree with me or why you disagree with me. So here's my question. Do you wear a seatbelt when you get in the car? Do you know why you wear a seatbelt when you get in the car? Do you wear it only because it's illegal not to? I am a child of the 50s and 60s, and when I grew up, cars didn't have seatbelts. And I remember very well when the auto industry started installing these seatbelts in cars, and there was a significant social pushback on this. My father was one of those people who said, look, I've got a right to drive my car any way I want to, and nobody can make me wear a seatbelt. I'm not going to do it. And there was quite a bit of pushback and resistance, but the data was very clear that this technology could save lives and reduce the social impact in terms of injuries and maiming. And it took legislation. It had to become illegal. And today it is illegal to get in your car and to not buckle your seatbelt. The social need and the social benefit from this was superior to any individual right that somebody might have. Okay? So, what I want you to think about today is the difference between a right and a duty. There's rights, there's privileges, and there's duties. And these are different things, okay? And I hear people talking about their right to not wear a face mask in the middle of a COVID-19 epidemic. And I think that we're on the wrong side of that analysis when we think things like that, okay? In this society, we have a social contract. We agree to live by the rules of this society, and as a result, we are provided certain rights and certain privileges. At the same time, we also agree to exercise and live by certain duties that we have. And those are two different things, okay? So I have the right to be healthy and vibrant, uh, and I don't have the right to do anything that can impact your peace of mind, happiness, health, and vitality. So, for example, I don't have the right. I may want to come up and hit you in the face with a baseball bat, but I don't have the right to do that. I have a duty to protect you from that. Okay? I have a duty not to run you over with my car. I have a duty to not infect you with the COVID virus. I do. You have no right to put my 101-year-old father at risk through a different opinion about medical science at this point in time. So let me ask you a question. How many people died in automobile accidents last year in the entire United States? Do you know? It was about 38,000 people. We are about 5 months into this COVID virus epidemic. Do you know how many people have died so far? We've lost over 140,000 American souls to this disease. 140,000 in less than half a year. We have had millions and millions of people infected and sick. Our economy is on its knees. Our healthcare system has been gutted by this. We are in a very, very vulnerable situation right now. And the social mandate is that every single one of us who buy into this contract of being American citizens have a duty to try to stem the spread of this disease and to protect other people from it. It's not any different than saying if I'm going to take advantage of the rights and privileges that I have in this society and I am asked to sit on a jury, I have a duty to do that. That is a civic duty, okay? So keep in mind that that's what's going on here. We are exercising and honoring our duty. I wear a mask to protect you, and you wear a mask to protect other people. I would love to run up and hug my 100-year-old dad and give him a kiss and a bit, but I can't. I have a duty to protect him from the risk of spread. And in Colorado, where I am, we have a mandatory mask law, and I think that's great. But how much of an imposition is this on my rights? The main thing is I have a right to social freedom. Okay, so if I want to go to a grocery store to shop, I'd like to be able to exercise that right as long as I'm not putting other people at risk in the process of doing so. So the mandatory mask law in Colorado is if I'm going into a public building, I'm gonna cover my face up. That's all. If I'm outside walking in my own home, whatever it is, I have the right to do what I please. But if I'm going to position myself around other people, I have a duty to protect them. I have a duty to social distance. The medical science is telling us, I know it's a moving target, but right now the best information is wearing a mask, socially distancing, and sanitizing are the three things that we have a duty to practice to protect other people from this horrific disease, okay? So, I love you all. I appreciate it. Please comment. Let me know if you agree or disagree with me. Either way is fine. And I'll see you again. Take care. Let's stop this thing.